Hello, what's up? Join me as I review the latest episode to Arrow. Spoiler alert. Watch the episode and then jump back to this review if you have not seen it. You've been warned. Now, let's dive into this episode. It is a much better episode. The season premiere wasn't all that great, but this episode made up for it. And, um, and I liked how it focused mostly on Thea and her side effects with the with the Lazarus her experience with the Lazarus pit and yeah, I mean I and me personally, I was more focused on the fact that she was raised by the queens, by Robert Queen, but Merlin blood is running through her veins, so I figured that has something to do with it as well. But it is basically the Lazarus pit. It's been months since she was brought back to life, and that's all coming into play. Where it brings out something in her that's not her, and it's like she has no control over it. It just comes out, and then and she just becomes this creature just forced to be reckoned with, and she becomes like a like a bit of a time bomb, and and it's and it's frustrating her, I'm sure, and definitely it's frustrating Oliver, and and you can see that that Laurel is this is motivating her to do something crazy, which is what go dig up her sister's corpse and take it to the Lazarus pit. I knew that was coming from the look when you see the look on her face for the first time in the episode. I'm like, she's gonna take her sister's body and over to the Lazarus pit and bring her back. But we'll get to that later. But man, Felicity Smoke, she's running things. She's doing big things. Taking over Ray Palmer's company, and well, apparently, and it was going out of control, like where everybody kept getting laid off, and so on and so on and so on, and then this nerdy black dude, I forgot his name. I don't know. I don't remember his name being uttered, but turns out he's I guess he's trying to help out, I guess, to make the job more beneficial. And and remember that whole thing about me saying, "Oh yeah, there's gonna be a love triangle between him and Felicity and Oliver." Well, it turns out when during the conversation he mentioned being married to a man. Like, I'm like, okay, well there goes that. That's out of the water. Okay, okay, that. All right, cool. So there's no love triangle. At least not with Felicity, anyway. Maybe Ray Palmer when he returns, whenever that might be. But also, yeah, when Lance told Oliver, the city needs someone who's willing to step into the light, not hiding in the shadows, not hiding behind the mask. I mean, like, I think Oliver's had enough of hearing your little, yeah, you're a threat, you bring chaos, you're a disease to the city bullshit, and you're like working for what the ghost for Damien Dark, probably like okay he probably probably by force. I got that sense, but I don't know. That's just. I had a feeling he was doing that to protect Laurel, even though Laurel is pretty much at the point where she can protect herself, and you can tell he does not want to be a part of this. But Damien Dark, he has a way to persuade him and remind him why he signed up for it in the first place, and what will happen if he tries to back down. So, and and it was really cool to see Jerry Ryan in his episode. and I think her name was Jessica. I forgot, Jessica something, but she did a good job. Her character was running for mayor, and her daughter gets abducted, and of course they say, "Oh, okay," and I find it really hilarious because throughout this entire episode, when Oliver's the Green Arrow, he doesn't have his voice changer. I mean, like when he first went to go to interrogate somebody with Thea, um, when he first spoke, I'm like, Oliver, like, you forgot your voice changer. Like, turn it on. Oh, I forgot to turn on my voice changer. Like, maybe that's part of his evolution as the Green Arrow. I mean, so that will be pretty different. That will be something to get used to. And let's see. And what else? What else? No, I wanted to point out that I mean, I'm cool with Oliver and Felicity. Like, I'm really cool with them being together. But last year, it just felt. I mean, their relationship just felt very, very forced to me. And I didn't see what caused for them to be like, oh yes, but no, I want us to be like we should be together. I never got that kind of vibe at all. Not with them together. But I'm not saying there's something wrong with Felicity or anything like that. I'm just saying I just didn't see the romantic chemistry there. I mean, you see it a lot more and it's more fleshed out now. But last year, it took a while for me to see that. Like I guess when they started doing that, I couldn't see it. And I'm like, what, huh? That felt pretty forced. But I just thought, like with me personally, I think his relationship with Sarah was much better developed. Much better developed than any other woman that he's been involved with on the show so far. But I mean, Felicity, their relationship is fleshed out, really well this season. So, um, but yeah, it ends with with you know, Oliver, having Thea in Laurel's care, and they don't tell him what we know what they plan to do or what Laurel plans to do, and she's saying, "I'm gonna take you to the league. We're gonna go to Lazarus Pit," and then but first she goes to dig up Sarah's body, and I'm like, you're gonna open that coffin? Seriously? Are we gonna see you open that coffin? Like, why do I want to look at her corpse? But when you open it up and then you see her body there, it looks like, I mean, like, what, she's been dead for a year? That doesn't look like she's been dead for a year. I mean, it looks like she died, like, what, maybe a week ago or maybe a couple weeks ago. It doesn't look like she's been dead for a year. I mean, I'll put it like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing that come into play. Her coming back and so on. And then yeah, much better episode. I give this one an 8 out of 1 to 10. And let me know what you guys think about Lance knowing Oliver's identity. I mean, it's a little weird. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around. I mean, I don't know. Like, it seems like everybody knows who Oliver is now. And oh yeah, and then Oliver tells Felicity he's gonna run for mayor. Mr. Queen, you have my vote. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. And if you liked my review, thumb up the video, share, subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos to come. And until next time, Nerdy Blasian is signing out. Peace out.